Proverbs chapter 6, Lessons in Integrity, Diligence, and Moral Purity. Proverbs chapter 6 presents a series of moral and practical teachings, written in the style of a wise father addressing his son. The passage offers insight into how one should live wisely, avoid destructive behaviors, and stay on the path of righteousness. This chapter weaves together themes of financial responsibility, the dangers of laziness, the character of the wicked, and the severe consequences of adultery. Each section serves as a warning, emphasizing the consequences of unwise actions and urging the reader to choose wisdom and integrity. The chapter begins with a strong warning against becoming surety for another person, that is, making yourself financially responsible for someone else's debt. Solomon warns that such a promise, even if made out of friendship or goodwill, can become a trap. If someone finds themselves in such a situation, they are advised to act quickly and humbly to free themselves from the obligation. The language used is urgent and vivid: give no sleep to your eyes, and deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter. This highlights how dangerous and binding a financial promise can be, and it teaches that words have consequences. The wise person must be cautious with commitments and avoid being entangled in financial obligations that could bring harm. Following this, the passage turns its attention to laziness, using the ant as a model of diligence and wisdom. The ant, without needing supervision or instruction, prepares for the future by gathering food in the right season. In contrast, the sluggard delays, indulges in sleep and rest, and eventually faces poverty as a result. Solomon's words here are sharp and meant to jolt the lazy into awareness. Poverty will come like a prowler, sudden and threatening. This imagery reinforces the idea that small habits of neglect and delay can accumulate into serious hardship. The lesson is that personal responsibility and hard work are vital to avoid ruin. The chapter then describes the character of a wicked and worthless person, emphasizing how such an individual uses deceitful and manipulative behavior to cause harm. With secretive gestures, perverse speech, and a heart filled with evil intentions, this person spreads conflict and discord. The consequence is swift and final: his downfall will come suddenly, and there will be no remedy. This section serves as both a warning and a reflection on the nature of evil. It is not just the actions but the intentions of the heart that define wickedness. Discord, especially when sown among people, is presented as deeply offensive to God. This point is underscored in the next section, which lists 7 things that God hates. These are not just actions but attitudes and patterns of behavior: pride, lying, violence against the innocent, wicked schemes, eagerness to do wrong, false testimony, and sowing discord among brothers. The list is comprehensive and cuts to the heart of destructive human behavior. These things are described as abominations, extremely offensive to God, because they harm others, break trust, and disrupt the harmony of communities. It emphasizes that God is not only concerned with personal morality but with how individuals treat others. The final portion of the chapter offers a powerful and vivid warning against adultery. The fatherly voice returns, urging the son to heed the teachings of both father and mother. These teachings are described as a constant guide, leading, protecting, and speaking to the heart. Sexual immorality is portrayed as a seductive trap, where flattering words and outward beauty can lead a man to ruin. The consequences of adultery are described in terms of both moral and practical destruction. The imagery of fire and hot coals illustrates that engaging in such sin will inevitably bring pain and consequences. Unlike theft, which might be forgiven or repaid, adultery stirs a husband's jealousy to the point of vengeance. No amount of compensation will appease his anger. The message is clear: the risks are high, and the damage is lasting. Proverbs 6, taken as a whole, offers a powerful blueprint for wise living. It calls for integrity in financial dealings, diligence in work, uprightness in character, and purity in relationships. It warns that foolish decisions, whether made in haste, laziness, deceit, or lust, lead not just to personal failure but to deep and lasting harm. By urging the reader to pursue wisdom and avoid the snares of the foolish, the chapter reflects the central theme of the book of Proverbs: the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and those who live by his principles will find life and safety.
Chapter 6. My son, if you become surety for your friend, if you have shaken hands in pledge for a stranger, you are snared by the words of your mouth. You are taken by the words of your mouth. So do this, my son, and deliver yourself. For you have come into the hand of your friend. Go and humble yourself. Plead with your friend. Give no sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, and like a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways, and be wise, which, having no captain, overseer, or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer, and gathers her food in the harvest. How long will you slumber, O sluggard? When will you rise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall your poverty come on you like a prowler, and your need like an armed man. A worthless person, a wicked man, walks with a perverse mouth. He winks with his eyes, he shuffles his feet, he points with his fingers. Perversity is in his heart. He devises evil continually. He sows discord. Therefore his calamity shall come suddenly. Suddenly he shall be broken without remedy. These 6 things the Lord hates. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him: a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift in running to evil, a false witness who speaks lies, and one who sows discord among brethren. My son, keep your father's command, and do not forsake the law of your mother. Bind them continually upon your heart, tie them around your neck. When you roam, they will lead you. When you sleep, they will keep you. And when you awake, they will speak with you. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law a light. Reproofs of instruction are the way of life, to keep you from the evil woman, from the flattering tongue of a seductress. Do not lust after her beauty in your heart, nor let her allure you with her eyelids. For by means of a harlot a man is reduced to a crust of bread, and an adulteress will prey upon his precious life. Can a man take fire to his bosom, and his clothes not be burned? Can one walk on hot coals, and his feet not be seared? So is he who goes into his neighbor's wife. Whoever touches her shall not be innocent. People do not despise a thief, if he steals to satisfy himself when he is starving. Yet when he is found, he must restore 7-fold. He may have to give up all the substance of his house. Whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He who does so destroys his own soul. Wounds and dishonor he will get, and his reproach will not be wiped away, for jealousy is a husband's fury. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will accept no recompense, nor will he be appeased, though you give many gifts.